What if I did the entire thing like Snape and Tim Curry had a baby?
Oh, I love Snape.
Yes.
He's the best, but really kind of my type look-wise is like Draco's dad.
Oh, he's so good. How good is he in White Lotus?
Wow. Like, look at Mike. Doesn't that look like he's in the family?
He's a
He's a Malfoy.
Mike is for sure a Malfoy.
It's Mike Malfoy.
You're a Cullen?
He thinks he's a vampire. And here's the other thing is
see.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, did you ever watch?
My last guest on here was a star on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Tommy Lenk.
Shut up.
Who I do shows with all the time. He plays like the...
My type.
Yeah,
That's
Tommy
why I like
was sitting there just 2 days ago.
Oh my gosh.
Probably are getting some of his video right now.
Yeah, you're getting
Mike!
Tommy DNA all over you.
Oh my gosh, Mike, I'm totally cheating on you right now. Whoops.
6, 7, 8. We got Big Theater Kid Energy.
Hello and welcome to Big Theater Kid Energy, your least pretentious theater review show. I'm Ryan Garcia, your host. And on this show, I go and see Los Angeles theater, either touring productions or original shows, and review them here to let you know what's going on here and also what may be coming to your town. And I went and saw Moulin Rouge at the Pantages Theatre running through November 16th. That's a short run. That's why this is coming out so soon. It's coming out Monday.
Whoa, okay.
I'm putting this out Monday so that you know that you should go see this show. And I went and saw it just on Wednesday, a few nights ago, with my good friend, Rosanna Pansino. Hi, Ro.
I had so much fun. Thank you for inviting me.
It was such a blast.
Blast.
Also, they took like really good care of us that night.
Yeah, I felt so fancy. Like, we did the red carpet, and they had a VIP section for us upstairs, and they had baked goods. They had French macarons, like, and it was perfect because Moulin Rouge and the macarons, even the treats, like, matched the performance. It was just so thoughtful.
The PR social media team at the Pantages is doing some really cool stuff right now.
It was so much fun, and I was laughing when we arrived because theater kids just seem to all know each other.
We
And
do.
We were like filming, we were like vlogging, we know, like the outside, and then you knew someone right.
Anjali Bhimani.
We hadn't even got there yet, and and you already were like, "Hey, we know each other. We worked on something." And
What
I'm
was
like,
so
"Oh my
funny
gosh."
is you were saying, "Oh my God, I love your outfit," and then
Yes.
she was saying, "I was crashing your video too because I loved your outfit so much," and she whispered from the outside, "I love your outfits."
Can you hear it when I'm like,
Yeah,
"I love
we
her
can-
outfits."
We can hear you and we can hear her.
We're like crushing on each other's outfits.
Also, they made us do pirouettes, which I think we both really succeeded at.
You succeeded at them. I did a performance from Reno 911. Pas de bourrée, kickball, change, step, clap.
Yeah.
I gave him a little bit of that.
Tough.
But we got there.
We really did get there.
We got there. We got the pirouette.
I gave you some good coaching.
Yes,
You found your way through.
I couldn't remember the moves.
All you got to worry about is
dance?
spotting. If you don't spot, you're going to get dizzy.
That is a great tip. And that's a great tip, not just for dancing, but for drinking, for partying, for life,
Probably
really.
cooking in a kitchen. You're spinning a lot when you're cooking
you
in a kitchen.
you gotta find a point of focus
Yeah.
and keep that focus.
Oof.
For
That's a
anything,
life lesson
really.
right there.
Yeah.
Ro, we met because you are the main judge, probably like the most exciting cast member ever of Try Guys for Without a Recipe.
That's so sweet.
And one thing that I love is being there with you when you look to camera and you introduce yourself and all your credits. Can you do that right now?
So embarrassed. I'm like getting hot.
Do it.
I think literally, wait, is it this right here?
No, that's my camera.
Oh, that's your camera. It's my camera.
It should have had
Oh,
you.
right there. Hi, I'm Rosanna Pansino, and I host one of the internet's most popular baking shows. I'm also a cookbook author of a couple New York Times best-selling cookbooks and a host of a couple Food Network shows, an HBO show, and
and a
can't
goddamn
remember what else I
professional.
was
Like that was so, no.
how do I
Honestly, but the hardest part is the ending. How do I land
I
this
know,
plane?
how do you end this? And usually funny things have been popping into my head, like I've survived the most episodes of Without a Recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've puked a few times. Actually, some of the recipes have made me throw up. But I love everybody, and I love seeing everybody's creativity. That's my favorite thing about it.
It's so wild that you keep coming back to that.
I know.
I couldn't imagine. I mean, I have tasted some of the things that like Kwesi, Jared, and Zach have made.
Yeah.
And oof.
Woof.
Oof. Woof.
That's a perfect description. Just woof.
Yep.
Oof. Oof. Ugh.
I loved that. I haven't watched all this newest season, the first 2 episodes that have come out, but I really enjoyed Johnny's description of Zach's cookie cake, that he said it tasted fleshy.
Wait, is this the Bad Boy season?
Yeah.
Am I ruining it? Okay, good.
No,
Yeah,
sorry,
this
yeah,
is the
this
Bad Boy
Bad
season.
Boy
It's the
season.
Bad Boy season, everyone, and it is
And
phenomenal.
those boys are bad. Rosanna, you have been on the internet for so long.
100 years.
At least 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're so successful at it. You're so good at it. And people love you. And I think people now, like, there's like, not only do they get to see like your front facing self, but because you have the Ridiculous podcast,
Yeah.
that is so fun. And that you had me on. People are actually getting to see, like, learn so much more about you because you're spilling the tea, telling the real stuff on there.
And there's so much more.
And there's
so much more.
You're a fucking onion. There's so much to peel back.
It's just like too much. And sometimes Mike his jaw drops even after 15 years
Wow.
of us being together and hanging out almost every day. I'll say something and he's like, "You did what?" And the jaw just... And it makes you realize how much life you've experienced.
Yeah.
A lot of good things, a lot of blessings, a lot of success and good luck. I've met so many incredible people. A few shitty things, you know, and that's
hey,
normal.
trials and tribulations hit us all.
Yeah, especially in entertainment, that happens. I feel like you eventually kind of like find really good people and find
Yeah.
your people, but it takes a while to like shake out.
For sure, especially being in the public eye and having some success, it sends you to this place of like, okay, who actually wants to be around me because they like me, and who wants to be around me because there's an opportunity there. But the
Yeah.
thing I really wanted to talk about is that because you're so available to everyone, and because now you have this podcast where you're spilling the tea, we all know so much, but there's still so much to learn. And what I don't know about is, did you do theater in high school? Like, you seem like you were a theater kid.
Yes, I feel like we vibe because you're big theater kid energy.
For sure.
And I was a theater kid.
Yeah, for sure. And also, you're big theater kid energy. Let's not joke around.
I love theater. It was like, that's when I felt home. So in high school, I did varsity soccer, varsity gymnastics,
Yeah.
and I was on like the girl squad teams, and I really like that. And I actually didn't discover theater until my senior year, and I wish I had discovered it sooner.
Yeah.
I had to take an art credit. And the theater class was open. So I thought, let's do this. That's fun. Performing arts. Let's have some fun. And I fell in love. And that season, they had an audition for the spring musical or whatever. And it was Grease. And I thought, let's do this. I auditioned for Rizzo. Because I
that's
like,
perfect.
I'm a little Italian brunette. Maybe I could do
Saucy.
something. Be a little sassy.
Yeah.
I could. And I remember, this is a funny story. And it's a learning lesson too. It's a good one. The day they posted the
cast list?
the cast list on the door, it was like out of a movie. Everyone, in the morning ran to it.
Crowds up, and people are pushing each other. Elbows are flying.
were.
Tears are
Yeah.
falling.
And I just looked at Rizzo and went right across, and it was not me.
No!
And my heart sank, and I just left. I didn't even
look to see if you were anybody else.
I didn't even look at the end. I just went home, and I was at home, and I was crying. And my friend called me and was like, "Where are you? Rehearsals start today. Like, where are you? You are late, and you're not usually late. What is happening?" And I was like, "I didn't get the part. Like, what are you talking about?" He's like, "You're Sandy."
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even see myself like that.
Right.
Because I'm not blonde. I
Yeah.
thought, because I physically don't look like her, I counted myself out. And also, I thought it was a great learning lesson. Don't sell yourself short, literally, and be open-minded. And don't be so quick to cut yourself off. Because I was
don't
like,
have such a telescopic view that you're only thinking about one individual thing. Like, it's such a thing of like, widen your viewpoint and see what else is available to you.
I loved it.
That's so cool.
It's a great musical.
It's such a fun musical. And such
High
a great
energy.
high school musical. It's a great musical that high schoolers do.
Yeah.
I did Damn Yankees with Keith, and we both wanted to play the antagonist.
What did you
Mr.
do?
Applegate.
Did you guys arm wrestle for it?
Well, we had to audition.
Right.
I wish it had come down to feats of strength.
Just like,
But honestly, Keith is very strong, so I don't know if I would have won that anyway. But Keith got Mr. Applegate, and I was really bummed, even though I booked the lead.
Wow.
Joe. But sometimes the lead isn't as fun because you're kind of being affected by the world. You're a little bit more just like taking things in while you're on your hero's journey rather than really affecting others. And I'm so much more of like a chaos demon. Like I just want to be like poking and prodding and affecting from the outside rather than like, I guess I'll be affected by others now. You know? But that's my own thing to discover.
I really liked the play that she was kind of this like people pleaser, goody two shoes.
She has a
and
great
he was
arc.
like a bad boy and
Danny.
more rugged, more rebellious. And then at the end, she wants to be with him, and she kind of transforms.
Yeah.
She kind of goes a little dark. And now that I'm thinking about my life, I'm like, I love that.
Yeah.
I want that for me in real life. I want to
Yeah.
work towards that now. Like
more leather.
Yeah, more leather, more black, more
agency.
more fun.
Yeah.
More free-spirited, not so uptight and worrying about everybody's opinions and thoughts.
I still want to see you play Rizzo, though.
I would love to.
I still want to see you play Rizzo.
She's
I'd
so
like to see that.
sassy. I just adore her. But, watching the play, because we got to see like a video of it, and she was perfect. Who was cast was perfect for Rizzo. It was absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
But I didn't dye my hair blonde. I asked if I should, and they said no, because in the original play, Grease,
Yeah.
she was brunette.
It
But-
makes me think about how, like, in the actual book of Wizard of Oz, the slippers are silver.
No way.
Yeah, they made them red because of the, like, technicolor aspect of going into Oz. Red was a much more poppy color.
Yes,
than,
they're
like,
iconic.
Yeah.
The
so they
sparkly
did that
red
for the movie.
shoes.
That's not the original. That's
There's
not
no
the
place
OG
like
from the
home.
book. So you make changes.
You just blew my mind.
Well, you never know what you're going to learn.
I love that.
Isn't that cool?
This is why theater kids, we need to hang out and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like nerd out about all the theaters and plays and musicals. My favorite play that I read in high school was Arsenic and Old Lace.
Ooh.
It's so dark, and it's a dark comedy, and it's about these two older like grandma ladies who run like a bread and breakfast, and they're very religious, and they're just completely misguided. And if anyone comes to stay with them who's miserable, like they are just, life has destroyed them, and there's miserable, and there's no hope for them, they put a little arsenic in their tea.
Yeah.
Or what-
Make a little change.
and they bury them in the basement,
Bye.
and they think they're sending them to heaven.
Yeah.
Like they are like, we're doing God's work, and they are like patting each other on the back, and I'm like, this is so twisted, and they're like Betty White, like these sweet little ladies.
But it also shows you, like when you're playing that character, anytime even you're playing the bad guy or you're playing someone who's doing really dastardly things, you still, in your mind, are playing the lead of your own show.
Yes.
What you are doing is actually the best thing you can do for others. Like, you are still actually being supportive. You're not thinking, I'm going to be bad. You're actually thinking, no, I'm actually doing good. I just have messed up ideals and morals.
It was the most messed up play
It's so
I
cool.
have ever read. And
You got to read some more plays then, because there is some messed up shit
Well,
out
I
there.
guess there was, but that was the most messed up one I had read in high school, and I picked it because I thought it sounded like a little edgy, but like I don't know, I didn't expect that.
Yeah. I'm also thinking, like, there's so many tie-ins. You being in love with Buffy, Tommy Lenk having just sat there. I went and saw Peter Pan Goes Wrong with Tommy Lenk, which starred Kathy Rigby. And Kathy Rigby was, like, the original, like, Peter Pan on Broadway. But before that, Kathy Rigby was a huge gymnast and was, like, broke records as a female gymnast in the Olympics in, like,
Wow.
the 1968 and 72. And then switched from being more of a sporty gymnast and into going into the stage and the arts, and now has a production company.
I'm
and
so
all
glad you
that.
told me that.
And she's 72 years old. She's still on stage. She's on stage, and it's wild. She's there, and at the end, I'm not spoiling anything because they posted it all over Instagram. She gets flung out over the audience at G-forces that nobody over 70 should be put.
Oh my gosh.
And she's flying over us, throwing glitter, having the time of her life.
No way.
Like, she is doing it right. She is living life right, and she, like, it makes me think of, like, there's Future Row.
I
There's
want to
Future
be
Rosanna
her.
Pansino, like, because also Kathy Rigby's 4'11" at her highest height, like when she was her tallest. She was 4'11", and she's still up there just like doing gags. She was doing this funny shit with it was just her and a chair and glitter, and it was like the most funny duo, her in this chair.
Was it
Shit
like
they
from
would do.
like a flash dance, pull the thing and and glitter comes down versus water.
That's the one bit they didn't do. That needs to be in it.
I need to talk to her. I need to.
No,
does
don't
she
tell
have
her. Don't tell her. That's yours. That's gonna be yours.
Does she have an Instagram? I want to follow her. I'm obsessed now.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
need to
so
follow
much
her.
inspiration and
You
I feel
you have so much
kindred
kinship
spirit.
with. You're just making me think like you are like Kathy Rigby is your future.
Yes. When we were watching Moulin Rouge,
Yes.
I was like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
I want to do a Cabernet show or like own like a Cabernet. You know, is
hold on.
it Cabernet?
I'm
That's
so glad
a wine.
you said that. Cabernet is a wine. You're thinking of cabaret, which honestly, you're the most least theater person I've ever had in here. I couldn't be happier. I just love a good midnight Cabernet.
I do also that. But it's
The
also,
burlesque in that Cabernet was wonderful.
I'm so dyslexic. Like I remember when I was practicing my lines for Grease, I would say half the shit wrong. And finally by like we had performed it a few times, the director came out and was like, "You did it."
Yes.
Honey, you did it.
Yes.
You said every word right. And I was like, thank you. Only took me months.
Hey, it takes what it takes. Also, your first show. It takes longer. Cabaret.
Cabaret.
Yeah, there's no N.
Cabaret.
Cabaret.
What's the difference? I was trying to think of this.
Well, one's a wine and one's a performance. Sorry.
This is an educational podcast for me.
Yeah.
No, but what's the difference between cabaret and burlesque? Performance, because I feel like Moulin Rouge is like a combo.
Yeah.
Or what they're doing is like a combination, it feels like.
Yeah, I'm not probably the foremost expert in this to answer it, but from my understanding, like a cabaret, there's a lot of overlap, and like burlesque is a style of dance and performance.
Yeah.
Wherein there can be like a connection with the audience that is a little bit teasing and sexual in nature. Cabaret can be a lot more of can have burlesque in it.
Yeah.
I think it's like a whole square rectangle thing.
I get it.
How
I get it.
Like all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares.
Yes.
Burlesque is a part of cabaret, but cabaret can have a larger umbrella of there can be like dance numbers and singing numbers, which can be part of burlesque, but burlesque has a very specific style.
I also feel like burlesque is more sexy, not as much comedy.
Well, surprisingly,
Really?
with the Try Guys, I just did I hope I'm not spoiling it. I don't think so. You guys saw some stuff on Instagram. We did a video in New Orleans that covers some of this material. And there's a lot of comedy in burlesque. There's a lot of comedy in the tease, in like the showing a shoulder, take it away. Showing the shoulder, take it away. Like,
It's so cute.
It's so playful, but then it can then become very sexy. But like, why can't sexy be funny?
I like the combination of the both of them, and I just like the whole vibe. I like sexy and fun and playful. And when I was watching it, I was like, this is a performance that Mike would actually watch with me.
Yeah.
Like, he wouldn't fall asleep. He would find it exciting and fun. And it just has elements of all of the things I enjoy and I want to do now in life. Like, I just want to have more fun and feel good and celebrate, body, and just like, I want to have fun.
Let's stop dancing around it. Let's talk about Moulin Rouge at the Hollywood Pantages Theatre. Now, Ro, what I usually do, I talk about the theater, but I already did that with the Pantages on my Les Mis episode with Brock Urich. So if you want to hear more details about the amount of seats and the history of the Pantages, go there. It's there for you to watch. Brock Urich is one of my favorite people. You would love Brock Urich. He also loves showing his body. He's a bodybuilder who I went to college with, who is just like a gorgeous, hilarious gay theater kid. He's my favorite.
I've never met.
You have to meet him. Moulin Rouge is based on Baz Luhrmann's movie from 2001. Its Broadway premiere was July 25th, 2019 at Al Hirschfeld Theater. It won 10 Tonys in 2021, including Best Musical, Best Director, Best Choreography, Best Costume, Best Scenic Design. And a little synopsis on it is set in 1899 Paris, in the Moulin Rouge nightclub in Montmartre. It's a struggling writer, Christian, falls in love with Satine, the star courtesan of the Moulin Rouge, while the club's future hangs in the balance. Now, here was something really cool that I found out in my research. Probably other people, you people know this, but you don't know this, and I didn't know this. So the real Moulin Rouge Club in Paris
There's
opened
a real one?
in 1889, the same year as the Eiffel Tower. How cool is that?
Same year?
Yeah. The same year that the Eiffel Tower was finished.
They're like twins.
They are twins.
They're born together. Same day.
And they'll be together forever.
I love it. Is it still open?
The Moulin Rouge?
I don't know. I'm
My
gonna
research
see.
only went so far.
Oh, sorry. I'm like, Ryan's an expert. He knows. If it's there, I want to go see it.
Let's find out right now.
Oh my gosh, if it's there, I want to go.
Here comes my answer to
Don't
that. Here comes
tell
my
me
answer.
they turned it into a Starbucks.
Here comes my answer to that
What?
question you just asked. Yeah. It's still open. The Moulin Rouge exists today in Paris. Just like Moulin Rouge exists right now at the Hollywood Pantages Theatre. Ro, the last show I saw there was Les Mis. Les Mis is a show that drags you through the dirt. It wrenches your heart. It breaks your heart. It gives you hope. There's so many things that show takes you through emotionally that you're like exhausted at the end because of what you've been dragged through. This show, I think, is a different type of theater. Mm-hmm. This is the kind of theater, if you want to go and just exit with a smile, like you are going to get, there's over 70 pop songs mashed up in this show. There's 300 costumes. It is spectacle, spectacle, spectacle. Great voices, bass thumping, the Pantages acoustics. Like we were shaking when the club was hitting. Like
It
this
was
is
like
just
a concert.
It's nonstop fun concert.
And a mashup concert, so it's just very modern.
Yeah.
And the songs are really modern, so like people would know the song. So it's not like going to a classic musical or maybe like with a friend who's never been to musicals before.
Yes.
I feel like you were saying
It's a
good
great entry point.
entry point for people to get into musicals because they would understand the songs, they would recognize the songs, they could get into the storyline, like, and it's so fun. It's a great energy. It's sexy. So I think there's a lot of appeal there. Like I think my boyfriend Mike would love to go because like that's fun for him. He would
Yeah.
love to see a bunch of corsets running around set and all the beautiful dancing, and it's a sexy story. There's love, there's tragedy. I think there's even death in there a little bit, but it doesn't focus on that as much, and I think that's
Right.
what makes it not as Les Miserable.
right. It's in the. I guess it is in the title, isn't it?
But
It's not as the miserable.
It is so miserable. That when I watch that, I am heartbroken. When I watch that, there's so much sadness.
Yeah.
That I connect with
Yeah.
when I watch that play. And when I watch Moulin Rouge, it's different. I feel excited. I feel energized. It is inspiring to me. I focus on the beautiful things that they focus on. Like, what do they call it? Children of the Revolution. What do they call themselves? The artists in Paris.
The Bohemians.
Yeah, during that time,
Yeah.
they said that they focus on love and truth and
I'll tell you exactly.
God, what do they-
Truth, beauty, freedom, and love.
Yes, and it's just so inspirational and
Yeah.
uplifting. And even though there's hardships going on, I feel like that feeling is much more lighter.
This is a show all about the joie de vivre. You know, capture life, find that joy, find that truth, beauty, freedom, and love. And you know, but there are parts of it that I thought I related to very much like in real ways as a performer, with like Satine having to deal with like, I'm not going to have this forever. I need to like build something for the future. Like at some point, my beauty and what I sell is not going to be sellable.
Yes.
And I have to be aware of that. Like that's such a true point to receive as a performer. So like while it is dancing and sexy, and by the way, a lot of spanking. Like
A lot of
this,
corsets, a lot of
corsets,
cutie
a lot of
patooties.
fishnets, a lot of cutie patooties, and just like this, like the blocking, or I don't know if the actors edited it in, but I was like, we got to get 3 spanks a page, is how it felt. You know what I mean? But even outside of that, there was still moments where it's like, oh, my artist heart was hit in a real way.
Yeah, it connected.
It
like
connected.
I felt so real to that part where you know you're getting older and things
Mm-hmm.
are changing, so you need to like think about things outside of that. But also, I started crying when she
sure did.
sang Firework.
Yeah.
Connected on so many levels, for so many deep things that I won't go into. But oh my gosh, I was just bawling.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that, Ryan. That really shocked me. I was so into it, and it pulled that emotion out of me, and I was sobbing.
There's a couple
during
moments in
that
this
song.
show because there's so much going on stage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like these are, and what I love about it is a traveling show, right? It's the touring production, but these touring productions are so incredible with what they can actually bring into the space, especially a space like the Pantages, because it has such a deep stage and a massive house.
Gorgeous.
That they have so much space to work with. And at that moment, they stripped it all away. It was just Satine on stage singing her heart. You know, and let's talk about...
Oh my gosh. And even when she entered, where they're like, the diamond of the club, you know, and she comes from the ceiling, just like out of the movie when Nicole Kidman did it. Like, it was so beautiful. And she's saying the diamonds are a girl's best friend kind of mashup. It's just so beautiful. I just, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And that was Ariana Rosario really just tore it up as Satine. But I love those moments where they really strip down the stage. They did the same thing for John Cardoza later on when he's having his own emotional turmoil, which, by the way, did I tell you about this? I was in a reading with John Cardoza.
No way. Just
this summer. We did a reading of this Pat Benatar Romeo and Juliet musical in New York. It's called Heartbreaker. Pat Benatar is involved.
Okay.
And it's all her music, but Romeo and Juliet story.
Oh, wow.
And I play the antagonist... Paris, who also like doubles as the prince in this version of it, and he played Romeo. And then I got to see him there up on stage, absolutely destroying it. He's been part of Moulin Rouge on Broadway, as well as part of the tour before, and he just jumped into this touring production.
I'm convinced you know everyone in theater. Like, wherever we were going, you guys, Ryan was saying hi to everyone. It was just so fun.
Once you start getting into theater, the world is not that big.
Really?
It's so tight-knit.
I love to hear that because I miss theater so much. I miss it. I really, really miss it.
You should be, I think you should get back into it.
I feel like I am a theater kid. I feel like I can't get rid of it. I feel like as soon as I did that musical in high school, there was something about it that it just attached to me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't shake it. And I tried to. I went to college. I got a degree. I tried to get my little corporate job. I tried to ignore it. I tried to ignore the arts and my heart for it. But I never felt more at home when I met that group of theater kids. When I met them and started hanging out with them, I was like, these are my people.
It's community.
I am home.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. And I still can't shake it. Even when I do, it's so creative and so fun. I get to act and perform here and there, but maybe I should think about more theater stuff.
I don't know, maybe you should.
Because this was truly inspiring. That was really too much fun for me. Oh my gosh, can I tell a funny story when I didn't know if it was Nicole Kidman or Christina Aguilera? So embarrassing.
Tell your story.
Oh my gosh, so embarrassing though. The theater kids are going to kick me out of the club, or they're going to put me in timeout. Sure. And I'm fully okay with that. Like, I deserve to be in timeout for this, and I should be in timeout for this. Yeah. My little, brain, I don't know if it's ADHD or dyslexia, but I get things all, confused. I could not remember for the life of me in the movie if it was Nicole Kidman or Christina Aguilera, because I remember the song that Christina Aguilera made, like and it was all, and I was,
Lady Marmalade.
And I was like, she can sing. Yeah. She's so gorgeous. So she was definitely, that was probably her.
Yeah.
And then, no, it was Nicole Kidman.
We talked about it on the car ride. A totally normal mistake because both of them have worn like basically the same costume, doing the same bit. Yeah. And so your brain, and that's from 2001.
Right.
That's a lot of years ago.
Yeah, and a big difference, I will say, with the play going on now at the Pantages, this great play and the movie, is that the Duke at the Pantages, handsome, very handsome.
You mean Andrew Brewer?
I would have.
Who played the Duke of Monroe?
I'd hook up with him. He was really good looking. In the movie, they made the Duke kind of like not so handsome.
He was talking like this, and a bit of a crazy, and the hair was silly and too much. No, this was like you at one point were like, I'm kind of with the Duke.
I think I'm gonna pick the Duke. He's like very. He showed his
true colors later on, which I think was really fun that they do that. They give you the opportunity of not being so black and white, which I think is more 90s to early 2000s. We're living in that black and white of like bad is bad, good is good. Good conquers evil, and then now we've understood like no, even the antagonists have their own arc and they have pretty good arguments to make. I always think about it as like Thanos in the MCU. Like he has a pretty good point that like there's not enough resources for everyone in the universe. His solution is heartless and terrible, which is to just snap his fingers and destroy half of existence to make those resources stretch easier. But still, like, got a point.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming from somewhere.
I want to take over the universe. No, he's like, no, I want to save the universe. Yeah. But no, Andrew Brewer, this show was so sexy.
It was.
This show is so sexy. Before we get into how sexy it was, 'cause
Yes.
there's so much sexy to talk about, I just want to go back to what you were saying
Yeah.
about when Satine, Ariana Rosario, had that stripped away fireworks moment. Like, I loved how they hit us with so much spectacle. The show starts, and there's two women out there swallowing swords. Like, you're just like, what? Huh? I can't believe it. And then there's people just like, they get into that opening song, which is so many mashups that people are jump splitting. They're jumping up, and then their cooters are hitting that stage. Just, I'm like, blown away.
Yeah.
And after they've just smash, spectacle, strip away. And I think that was so effective to make our hearts go like, oh,
yeah,
I wasn't ready just to see one human in a light, you know? And then they did the same thing with John Cardoza when later in Roxanne, after he takes the absinthe and his hair, and he's just a mess. And I love when people get messy, when they get ugly.
Yeah.
And he got ugly on stage and showed us those ugly sides. And I went, you were so cute and adorable, and your voice is obviously out of this world.
Oh.
And then now we're seeing like, no, there's darkness here.
Yeah.
So effective, so well done.
I really like that. I like the pacing, I guess, of it. Like starting with that high energy and those really, you're right. I couldn't remember the first thing we saw on stage, the ladies in those beautiful wardrobe, like costumes, and they're swallowing swords just right the second.
And even before that, the stage was alive. It looked like it was just, classic like Moulin Rouge light up, but actually the whole stage was alive. It was just lit in such a way where you didn't realize how much dimension and depth there was to it. And the actors were out there, and they were making full eye contact with everyone as they walked in.
I felt seen.
I was definitely falling in love. Yeah,
it's so different.
The show was breathing from the moment you walk in, and no photography.
Yes.
Do not. Those are real actors on stage, and
Don't
those
do
are real
that.
vulnerable. I did a little bit, okay, but that was for you. I did it for you. I did it so that you could see a little tease. It's just a tease.
Just a nibble.
I mean, I just shouldn't. But you shouldn't.
A nibble.
I did a little nibble.
Just a little nibble. A little sip.
Don't crucify me, please. And one thing that I really noticed too is like the attention to detail with how many set changes and set pieces they had before the Duke, again played by Andrew Brewer beautifully.
Oh.
Before he invests in the Moulin Rouge, they have this red curtain come down, and it's got patches, and it's tattered, and it's broken. And then after the money comes in, you never see that curtain again.
No, bye.
After that, it's a gorgeous, perfect, brand new curtain. Like that little thing that nobody comments on, it just is. I think was such a great testament. And also, again, as an artist, like sometimes you work, like for instance, when you audition and book a commercial, you go on there and usually the director is in charge on a set, right? But not in a commercial. On a commercial, who's in charge? The client. And so the client will at times just, you'll be there, director say, great, hold on one second. Okay, the client's asking if you can smile more. Just to smile more on both these lines. So it's like remembering that like the money's in charge. And when you saw these artists who were living their truth and living so fully like that, and then the money comes in, and it's like, oh, you don't have the control you thought you did.
Yeah. And that feels really relatable, especially like
very real.
Being a creator and working with brands when we do partnerships. Some of them are so collaborative and trusting and really are like, hey, you know how to connect with your audience. You get your creative. We're going to kind of take a back seat and really trust you because we like what you've created for years and years. So we're going to do that. And then some partners will have a few notes, and then some partners have a lot of notes.
Right.
And I always have found that if it's too many notes, it gets to the point where it's suffocating and stifling. It will lose its artistic, like the vibe that you were going for. And I always warn brands that if they do that, that could happen. But I felt that a lot. I connected to that. I was like, I get it because in the show they create the new show that's going to play at the Moulin Rouge, and then the Duke is financially backing it, and then he doesn't like how it's going and wants to change the ending, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you? No one would change the ending to be like that, but it's his own, it's his own ego. There's a lot going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so true. But I love that you get ahead of it by telling them like, hey, just so you know, you can do this. But if you do this, it's going to lose the thing you actually love about it.
Yeah.
It's going to lose its entire point.
Yep.
if there's too many cooks in the kitchen.
I feel like people feel like that all the time when they're creating like their art, whether it's movies, television shows. You have the creative, and then it kind of maybe then the financial backing. They want to come and be like, "Hey, do this and this," and you're like, "No, it will ruin the whole." Yeah.
Yeah. Let's also talk really quick about Bobby Day, who played Harold Zidler, the one who runs the Moulin Rouge.
So much vibes.
Oh my gosh! I mean, that's
he runs that place.
Okay, let me ask you this before we go further: who would you want to play in this show?
Oh,
You just said you want to get back in the theater. Who would you gonna play? Who would you gonna play?
that is terrible. I have no idea.
I think I want to play him.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to play that character. I want to play the ringleader, my big top hat coming in and guiding things around. And then being the one who's trying to be that intermediary between the money and the artists, and knowing that, like, it's like politicians who, like, they're like, yeah, I got to do what I got to do, because if I don't get voted in, then I can't make the changes I want to make.
Right.
There is, like, things you have to give away in order to get to be put in the position to actually do the most good.
Yeah, it's a very like relatable role.
And
it's
as a
very
Libra,
real.
As a Libra, I do feel that, like, diplomacy balance.
Oh.
And so I think, like, energy forward, love that, and diplomatic balance feels very Ryan.
Feels very you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very much a Gemini. I'm very much the twins. There's like the angel on one shoulder, the baddie on the other.
Yeah.
And, in every situation, I'm like, who's going to take charge here? Who's going to handle this situation? And usually I let this one handle it all the time. But once
That's
in
the
a
goodie?
while, yeah. The people pleaser, the sweetheart, the goodie. I let that one just handle most of life. But once in a while, you gotta let the baddie handle business.
Yeah.
And I don't know what role that would be in Moulin Rouge. If there even is, I couldn't think of a character that has kind of because Sandy was both.
Yeah, Satine kind of does both, where she's like, I'm willing to do what I have to, or
Right. She's
or
conflicted very.
There's also a wonderful performer, Caitlin Mesh, who plays Nini. Nini was the one who had a relationship with Santiago.
Love them.
Played by Danny Burgos.
I love
both
them.
incredible. Nini's kind of got a little bit of like, I've got sass and I don't care, but also
Sassy.
heart. She also comes to her friend and says, hey, it's not going to work if you keep doing this.
Yeah, she had the duality. She
I
had
think
the
maybe
heart.
you're a Nini.
Yeah, she was like, hey, like, I love you. And her hardness, I think, is almost like a front to protect her very sensitive side.
Yeah, she's got a big heart, but she doesn't let you see it. Doesn't give you
Yes.
access to it.
She leads with the baddie.
Yeah.
Because underneath, it's such a sweetheart.
I love the way she pushes Santiago around, too.
Oh,
It's very
wow.
Dom.
Very dominatrix. That's
Yeah.
the vibe I got from them. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
like, I was like, oh my gosh.
We were basically seeing behind closed doors because they were also the PDA couple.
They were
but
very
like,
PDA.
if that's what's happening in front of closed doors, what's happening behind closed
I
doors?
couldn't even imagine. like wild. Like your imagination with the two of them.
Yeah.
They had such great chemistry together.
And Danny Berg, like she I thought was a standout for me. Caitlin Mesh, wow, you as Nini was so fun, so badass,
Yeah.
so sassy,
Yeah,
but like a real human being.
absolutely.
And Danny Burgos was just like that. I'd want to play Harold, but I think I'd play Santiago.
That'd be your next favorite.
That would be,
maybe.
well, I think that would be where I would be cast.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd be my favorite, but it would be where I'd be cast, and I'd have a lot of fun doing it.
Oh gosh, see, I'm so bad at guessing where I would be cast.
Yeah.
I've been this way since the very beginning, Ryan.
But you know what?
Not a clue.
But here's the thing. I've lived a life working on other people's projects and seeing where I fit in. You've lived a life creating your own projects and creating your own world. So it makes sense that you wouldn't be thinking, how do I fit into somebody else's world? Because you're thinking, what's the world I'm building?
Yeah, and I just started therapy, a couple months ago, and now I'm learning like about myself,
Yeah.
which is so incredible. And maybe I'd be able in the future to know where I should be.
Mm-hmm. And Jahi Kurse, who played Toulouse-Lautrec.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about heart. Talk about artist. Talk about like another. Honestly, okay, I'm sorry. I want to play every role in this show. Male, female, non-binary. I want them all. I want to play all these roles.
I'll take every position.
I just want to be in a sexy show like that.
I know.
But he was like the artistic beating heart of the show, and I thought he did such a great job. And he had so many comedic turns that were so wonderful. But then also he loved Satine because he'd known her forever, and then he's also directing this new show. Like, just a dream of a beating heart of a show. And I thought Jahi Kurse just nailed it.
I just feel like also he was such an artist, like a tortured soul.
Yeah.
Because he loves Satine so much, and he also loves art so much, and he's just trying to make all these things work and actually care for her while actually making business work and like making a show and making art. Like, he just seems like he's trying to make everything happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, woof. I just feel like he had a lot of weight on his shoulders and really like, I don't know. I saw
really
that.
relatable way,
Is
right?
that really like weird? I just saw that in him. I was like,
No, I think he exuded that.
yeah,
I think the fact that you saw it was because it was there.
yeah. It was like, I had so much feeling for him. I never want anything bad to happen to him.
No, me either.
I was like, protect him. He's just like trying to make everything work out
yeah.
all the time.
And he's fighting that inner artist of like, client, I know you said that, but that's not the best product.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of the way.
Out.
And I just want to say one more time again how wonderful Andrew Brewer is as the Duke. I mean, like, to talk about like what a hottie, what a presence, what a voice, and what a way to like get me on the Duke's side at times. Immediately, I was like, damn.
He was too handsome, I feel like, for this role to be this villain, because it really messed with my emotions at first, Ryan. I got confused because this man was just so gorgeous, and he just wanted to take care of her. But then later, you're right, his true colors came out, and I was like, oh no.
But that's much more interesting, isn't it? They
no.
say the devil won't come to you as like this gremlin with horns, but as
Right.
like a very attractive and persuasive
Wow.
person. Like that's much more dangerous.
Ryan, that's deep. I like that because it's also more complex.
It's so much more complex.
You're right, because in the movie, they made the Duke less attractive and
He's a cartoon.
so quirky and,
Yeah.
and just like and very rigid and I couldn't relate to him.
No.
I couldn't. There was nothing about it. But then the Duke in this version,
Yeah.
I could relate to him on some things. I could see how he felt and saw things, and then at the end, I was like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And that was almost more like jarring, because then you start to go like, hey, maybe he's not so bad. And then you just get stabbed in the heart.
Who hasn't been in a relationship or had a friend in a relationship that you're like, hey, this person's being controlling.
Yeah.
This is not a good relationship for you to be in. This
Right.
is not a great place for me to be in. But in the middle of it, you're blind to it.
Yeah.
You make excuses, you make acceptances, and it's a lot easier to make excuses if that person is a little hottie.
Oh,
A little
my
hottie
gosh.
who's got a great point and wants to take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of excuses that we make along the way until we realize, like, oh, actually, this is a very bad situation.
Yeah. And even when I was rewatching, when we were watching the play, I had forgotten, because it's been so many years since I've seen the movie of it, that I was like, I'm not giving you a spoiler, right? This is a classic.
This movie has been out
Right,
since
I
2001.
can say this.
The musical has been out since 2019. And also, I just think that, like, you're going to this musical because you want an escape. You want an escape from the reality so you can have a great time. I don't think there's anything that we're going to say here that's going to take away from that.
Okay, good, because
experience.
I don't care about spoilers ever, but some people really do.
Well, we can
and I
just say
feel
right
like-
here, Rosanna's about to say something. I don't know what it is. And you don't know what it is. But if you don't want to hear it, skip a few minutes.
Because when I was watching the play, some things were clicking that the main character, Satine, is ill.
Yeah.
And then the dude...
Okay, I'm sorry. If you don't know that Satine is ill,
Yeah.
then like they tell
Oh,
you
so,
that in
yeah,
her
right.
first song in the Diamonds.
okay.
She's like,
she like almost dies.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
first,
yeah.
Like when I'm seeing it again in my adult headspace versus my younger adult self,
Yeah.
I was like, she's ill, and then the Duke is in love with her and wanting to take care of her, and she doesn't have those resources to do that for herself. The whole place is about to shut down. They're about to lose everything and be out on the street. So I started to see that in a different way, and it was like, that could actually not be, but then I forgot how dark it got with
Yeah.
him. And then when I saw that, I was like, no, that's awful.
Yeah.
No, that's why it's not like that. And that was just like a really good
It's a lot more
moment
interesting for the
me.
true colors to come out later and
Yeah.
not be like, it'd be crazy if on like the first date, someone was like, hey, here's all my shit. And you still went, okay.
Okay,
That's
great.
really not how it rolls out.
That's not how like abusive partners
No, people
do
put out
it.
their best foot forward
Yes.
and then over time start to
Slowly
work their way into controlling your life.
Yes.
A few things I wanted to say about it before we wrap up on talking about the show is that, first of all, I love the transition between the Moulin Rouge, this bright red, sparkly, fun, booming bass, then to go into the bohemian part of town where the artists live, which is drab and gray and light blue. And then there's a moment where John Cardoza sings for the first time in front of the artists, and literally the whole stage, the colors warm up in that moment. And when he stops singing, it goes right back to its dull gray blue. But there was this moment in the transition from the Moulin Rouge into the bohemian part of town where these dancers went across stage, and it ended with this one dancer hitting this pose in silhouette and sticking it for an extra second, and that image will stick with me. First, it was so gorgeous. It was like someone took a snapshot and made a painting right there in front of me.
That's so artistic and beautiful.
Like
the
they
way
were
you're
perfectly
describing
lit,
it.
and then he became backlit and silhouetted, and we were there in Bohemia, and I went, oh, it was gorgeous. So I needed to like shout that out. Beautiful stage picture created.
I love when he sang for the first time.
I know.
It was just so beautiful.
Cardoza.
Oh,
Gosh darn it, Cardoza.
the Sound of Music.
Oh, that voice. Yeah, let's just talk really quick about like that image. Like, this is directed by Alex Timbers and choreographed by Sonia Taille, and the music supervisor, co-orchestrator, arrangements, and additional lyrics by Justin Levine. But like Alex and Sonia probably coordinating together to create that stage picture in that moment was
Perfection.
theatrical
Perfection.
beauty.
His voice is
John
just
Cardoza.
passion and love. And even when I was watching the movie many, many years ago, I remember the first time the male lead sang,
Ewan McGregor.
it just changed.
Yeah.
Like, it was so much beauty, it stopped a room. And that's why when Satine hears it for the first time, she like falls in love.
Yeah, she stops
She's
her
like,
little
this is
her little dalliance, her little play that she's putting on to be like, Duke, please come and pay for us. Ooh, I'll give you whatever you want. And then that voice opens and starts singing, and she goes, oh. Yeah, she's rocked down into her little fainting chair, her little chaise lounge.
she was like, it's beautiful, and love
Yeah.
in vocals. It's just beauty and love in vocals. You can't not fall in love with it.
You got to say all four of them every time. Truth, beauty, freedom.
Love. Yes, that's what it is. Truth, beauty, freedom, and love.
That's the one thing about singing the way that someone does like that. When someone has the chops like all these singers on this stage, when you do open up from your diaphragm and you have this like relaxation up through your jaw and your tongue, so the sound is really just coming from the bottoms of your body and soul, all that can come out is truth. And I think it's something that's like why musicals are so wonderful, because you're seeing that human, there's nothing to hide behind.
It's raw.
There's no tension that you can be like, don't look at me here, don't look at me there. It's like, no, it's all coming out.
I was dancing in my seat.
Yeah. Here's what I think. I like to talk about like what this show did to change me, you know? And I do think like one, the Pantages did such a great job of priming me for what was going to be an exceptional night of theater. You know, just going to be a fun spectacle of a show. I mean, being there for opening night is just so special. There's the red carpet. Even if you're not on the red carpet and seeing the red carpet, like me watching Leah Knauer, who is up in front of us with the pink hair, and seeing her getting her shots taken, even if I hadn't been on it, just seeing her taking shots brought me into this like glitz and glamour of the night. Like Pantages totally set that up so beautifully. And then getting into the Art Deco feel of the space, that gorgeous, gorgeous theater.
The staircases.
The staircases, the bars,
Ugh.
then you go into the actual cavernous space of the theater that just feels like almost a church.
Yeah.
That you're going to now go and praise this story and
Take me to church. This is where the theater kids go. It is so beautiful.
and then this just
It's spiritual. It feels amazing.
and I feel like I just walked out electric.
Same.
I walked out just feeling like oh, my fingertips are have energy, and I'm gonna touch somebody, and I'm just gonna electrify
I
them.
couldn't sleep
Yeah.
for a couple hours after
Yeah.
we got back. And I bought a hot dog. And
You sure
then,
did.
And then I was talking to Mike and I said, Mike, I want to do burlesque.
Yeah.
It looks
Well, you
so
really changed from this. That
fun.
inspired you to want to do burlesque.
It looked so fun and
Yeah.
it felt like so confident and sexy. And I feel like it's really important for women, like as we're getting older, like I'm 40. And I feel like as things are changing, still loving yourself and your body and anything that looks fun, like
Yeah.
physical activity, something to exercise. I love dancing.
Yeah.
And I think I'd really like this type of dancing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not really like, I don't see ballroom dance and I'm not like, I want to take a class. That's going to get me moving. But I saw burlesque and it looks so fun. That was so incredible that I'm Googling places that teach burlesque in LA because I want to go do that. It just looks incredible.
I know some great people.
If you know anyone, will you tell me? Because
Yeah.
and also aerial work. When she came down Satine from the ceiling, just like in the movie, I didn't know if they were going to do that.
Yeah.
How she did the entrance scene like they did in the movie. They actually did it on stage and it was phenomenal. And she's wearing all the diamonds and sparkling and she came down and was doing the air work. I was like, that looks fun too. Why have I never done that with my gymnastic background? Why have I never
Totally.
done an aerial class? So it inspired me in ways that I didn't even think I would be doing this. I never thought at my age I would be going, where can I take burlesque and where can I go take an aerial
Well,
class?
I have friends that take burlesque and burlesque style dance from this great dancer, Marissa Hart. So I'll connect you with all that because she's wonderful, and the stuff that they post, I'm like, go, own
Yes,
it. They
yes, yes.
own it. They own the sexy. They own the power. They own the curve. Like it's just so great. Rosanna, I think first of all, people please go see this show.
Incredible.
At the Pantages Theatre, Moulin Rouge, the sexy, I mean, obviously, truth, beauty, freedom, and love, but also spanking, sexy garters and fishnets. Like, my God.
And sword swallowing.
And sword swallowing. Got to go see it. You agree?
Yes.
I know.
Absolutely wholeheartedly. And you may come out with new passions.
Right. I don't want to swallow swords.
Me neither.
Please
No,
don't
no,
make
no.
me. I was not inspired.
No, that was the one I was like, oh no, that's wild. That's
Go ahead.
wild.
You go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and
I
never
was
do
like,
that.
get it, girl, woo! Yeah, I'm like I could never do that.
I don't actually want to know how you're doing that, but congratulations. Hey, Rob.
Hey, man.
You got anything to promote?
Just my YouTube channel and podcast. So check out the YouTube channel. It's just my name, Rosanna Pansino, on YouTube. And that's my social media everywhere. When I was making up social media names, I didn't have like a fun creative. I just put my name everywhere.
It seems like that was the way to go. You were ahead of the curve.
Yeah, and it was just because like I was too tired to be creative and I was like, just put my name on it. And then we'll figure it out later. And then now I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. Yeah, and then the podcast is Rodiculous. It's spelled ridiculous, but with an O, R-O-diculous.
It's so good.
It's so fun.
I mean, everything you put
Go
out
check
is so
out our
good.
episode because Ryan came on. We had so much fun, and we're starting it back up again because I took a very quick break for therapy, and now I'm back.
Good for you.
Yeah, and it might get crazier and more wild because therapy's really helping me.
Opening the floodgates. You don't know what
It's
you're going to hear now.
The
on
little
Ridiculous.
good girl, the people pleaser, the Gemini twin on that side might be taking a back seat, and this little baddie might be coming out more.
By the way, two things about that. Well, I guess three things. One, Joyce, also a Gemini. I better check my math on that. Tommy Lenk, I believe, also a Gemini. I better check my math on that.
No way.
And three, I'm a Gemini rising.
You're a Gemini rising?
Yeah, Libra.
We get along.
That's it. A
That's
Libra sun, Virgo moon, Gemini rising.
A Gemini rising. I love it.
I really should check. I got to start doing a little stat sheet on what everyone's zodiac signs are. Because so far I've had 3 Geminis out of 9 episodes. That's crazy.
We live in entertainment. Do you know who I have the same birthday as?
Who's that?
Kanye West. Me
What?
and Kanye.
Whoa.
Yeah, twinsies.
I also have found that I think that a lot of entertainers have ADD.
Completely.
Like a lot of my friends who are in entertainment, have ADD, and I think that's another reason that we really bounce off each other well. And what also is very dangerous for us on a podcast format, because it's like we're gonna lose the structure because we're just like yes and this, yes and that, yes and this, which is why like my computer is
Smart.
here just to be like, but also don't forget there is structure.
The guardrails.
Yes, artistic guardrails are so important.
They're really important for me because I will go off the rail. It's the ADHD. It's just like I get so excited and so passionate about something that it just steers me. It just steers the ship. And I love entertainment and I love performance and I love how emotionally connected I feel to the art.
Yes.
And it just brings that out of me and I get lost in it. Ugh.
Well, to bring us back to structure, go and see Moulin Rouge at Pantages running through November 16th. Go and follow Rosanna Pansino. It's Rosanna Pansino everywhere. And the Rodiculous podcast. Make sure you're subscribed to that. We did an episode. It's great. I played a little bit of saxophone, but that's not what was most fun about it. There was a lot of great conversation. And Ro, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks
and
for having
going
me.
to a night of theater with me.
I
It
had
was
so much fun.
So fun.
So fun.
And thank you all for listening and watching. Follow Big Theater Kid Energy and like, subscribe, review, rate, do all the things. And let me know if there's any shows you want me to go see and review, and also any segments you'd like to see on the podcast. Any guests you want me to have. I don't know. Just tell me stuff. Bye!
We got Big Theater Kid energy. Look out, we project, we sing out, Louise. Never market, always go full out. John Patrick Shanley never had a doubt. Our voices are warm, then kicks are high. We've got perfect form. We say thank you, five. Grab your prop, charge all the glow take. Curtains going up. 5, 6, 7, 8. We got Big Theater Kid energy.
And see it. Yes, 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 yes. This was so fun.